Another month passes, and once again, we say goodbye to voices that once filled our world with sound and meaning. From timeless voices to quiet innovators, their music lives on in every note we remember. Len Garry, Tommy DeCarlo, Dolores Keane, and Crofts, these are just some of the names we honor this month, in this heartfelt tribute. Their echoes remain, even as the spotlight fades. They left this month, March 2026.
Len Garry, guitarist, singer, member of the Quarrymen. January 6, 1942 to March 2, 2026. Was a British guitarist and singer best known as a member of the Quarrymen, the skiffle group that would later evolve into the Beatles, one of the most influential bands in music history. As part of this formative lineup, Garry played a role in the earliest chapter of a musical story that would soon change the world. Joining the Quarrymen during their late 1950s period, Garry contributed rhythm guitar and vocals as the group developed its energetic blend of skiffle, early rock and roll, and popular standards of the time. Performing alongside young musicians in Liverpool's vibrant local scene, he helped shape the spirit and camaraderie that defined the group's early identity. Although his time with the Quarrymen was relatively brief, Garry remained an important figure in preserving and sharing the history of those early days. In later years, he participated in reunions and historical reflections that helped audiences better understand the humble beginnings of what would become a global musical phenomenon. Len Garry leaves behind a legacy tied to one of the most significant origin stories in modern music, a reminder of the friendships, enthusiasm, and grassroots creativity that helped spark a revolution in popular culture. Mike Vernon, producer, music executive, worked with Bluesbreakers, David Bowie. November 20th, 1944 to March 2nd, 2026. British record producer and music executive best known for his influential work with John Mayall and the Bluesbreakers and for early production contributions involving David Bowie. A passionate advocate for blues music in the United Kingdom, Vernon played a central role in shaping the British blues boom of the 1960s. As a producer for the Bluesbreakers, Vernon helped craft recordings that introduced audiences to a powerful new generation of British musicians deeply inspired by American blues traditions. His work supported the emergence of a vibrant scene that would influence rock music for decades to come, helping bridge the Atlantic between blues heritage and modern British interpretation. Beyond his production work, Vernon founded the influential Blue Horizon Records, a label dedicated to promoting blues artists at a time when the genre was experiencing a creative resurgence in the UK and Europe. Through this platform, he helped bring both British and American blues performers to wider audiences. Mike Vernon leaves behind a legacy as a visionary producer and champion of blues music, a behind-the-scenes architect whose dedication helped shape the sound of an era and supported artists who would go on to define modern rock and blues. David Brigati, singer, known as the Fifth Rascal. October 29, 1940 to March 7, 2026. Was an American singer best remembered as an essential behind-the-scenes vocal presence associated with the Rascals, where he became affectionately known as the Fifth Rascal. Though not always officially listed as a member, his contributions helped shape the band's signature harmony-rich sound during their most influential years. Working closely with his brother Eddie Brigati, one of the Rascals' lead vocalists and songwriters, David added backing vocals that strengthened the group's soulful blend of blue-eyed soul, rock, and pop. His voice became part of the warm harmonic texture heard on several of the band's classic recordings during their peak period in the 1960s. Beyond the studio, David Brigati remained connected to the legacy of the Rascals' music and the spirit of their era, a time when harmony-driven songwriting and socially aware pop helped define a generation of listeners. His nickname reflected the deep respect he earned within the group's creative circle and among devoted fans. David Brigati leaves behind a legacy as a quiet but meaningful contributor to one of America's most beloved harmony-based rock bands, a supporting voice whose presence helped enrich a timeless musical catalog. Country Joe McDonald, singer, songwriter, co-founder of Country Joe and the Fish. January 1, 1942 to March 7, 2026. Was an American singer and songwriter best known as the co-founder and frontman of Country Joe and the Fish, one of the defining voices of the psychedelic rock movement and the countercultural spirit of the 1960s. He became widely recognized for his powerful performances and socially conscious songwriting, particularly through songs like I Feel Like I Am Fixin' to Die Rag, an unforgettable anti-war anthem that captured the mood of a generation during the Vietnam era. His appearance performing the song at Woodstock remains one of the most memorable political musical moments in rock history. With Country Joe and the Fish, McDonald helped shape the San Francisco psychedelic scene, blending folk influences with experimental rock and sharp lyrical commentary. His music reflected both the optimism and unrest of the time, giving voice to the concerns of young audiences navigating a rapidly changing world. Country Joe McDonald leaves behind a legacy as a defining protest singer of his era, an artist whose voice stood at the intersection of music, activism, and cultural change during one of the most transformative periods in modern history. Tommy DeCarlo, singer, worked with Boston. April 23, 1965 to March 9, 2026. Was an American singer best known for his powerful vocal work with Boston, where he helped carry forward the band's signature arena rock sound for a new generation of listeners. Originally a devoted fan of Boston, DeCarlo's remarkable journey into the band began when he recorded tribute performances honoring late frontman Brad Delp and shared them online. His voice, strikingly similar in tone and range, quickly caught the attention of band founder Tom Scholz, leading to an extraordinary opportunity to join Boston as their lead vocalist. As part of the band's touring lineup, DeCarlo brought renewed life to classic songs such as More Than a Feeling, Peace of Mind, and Don't Look Back, performing them with both technical precision and heartfelt respect for their legacy. His presence helped preserve the unmistakable Boston sound on stages around the world. Tommy DeCarlo leaves behind a legacy defined by dedication, passion, and one of rock's most inspiring fan-to-frontman stories, a voice that honored the past while keeping the spirit of Boston alive for audiences everywhere. Phil Campbell, guitarist, worked with Motorhead. May 7, 1961 to March 13, 2026. Was a Welsh guitarist best known for his long-standing role as a member of Motorhead, where his powerful riffs and relentless energy helped define the band's unmistakable sound for more than 3 decades. Joining Motorhead in 1984, Campbell became part of the group's classic later-era lineup alongside Lemmy Kilmister and drummer Mickey D, contributing to albums and performances that carried forward the band's signature fusion of heavy metal, punk attitude, and hard rock intensity. His guitar work played a central role in keeping Motorhead's raw spirit alive through generations of fans. Beyond his work with the band, Campbell also continued performing with Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons, demonstrating his enduring passion for live performance and commitment to the hard rock tradition that shaped his career. Phil Campbell leaves behind a legacy as one of the driving guitar forces behind Motorhead's enduring power, a musician whose riffs helped carry one of rock's loudest and most uncompromising bands across decades of history. Dolores Keane, folk singer, worked with Diedthismonth. September 26, 1953 to March 16, 2026. Was an Irish folk singer celebrated for her expressive voice and deep connection to traditional music, and best known for her work with the Diedthismonth, one of the most influential groups in the modern Irish folk revival. Rising to prominence in the 1970s with Diedthismonth, Keane quickly became recognized for her rich, emotionally resonant interpretations of traditional Irish songs. Her singing carried both strength and intimacy, helping bring renewed attention to Ireland's musical heritage at a time when traditional sounds were finding new audiences around the world. Beyond her work with the band, Keane built a respected solo career that further showcased her artistry and commitment to preserving the storytelling spirit of Irish folk music. Her performances were widely admired for their authenticity, warmth, and timeless character, earning her a lasting place among Ireland's most cherished traditional singers. Dolores Keane leaves behind a legacy as one of the defining voices of contemporary Irish folk, an artist whose interpretations helped carry centuries-old musical traditions into the modern era with grace and sincerity. Louie Louie, singer, remembered for "Sittin' in the Lap of Luxury." 1962, March 20, 2026. Was a Puerto Rican singer best remembered for his smooth vocal style and his early 1990s pop and R&B hit "Sittin' in the Lap of Luxury," a track that captured the polished, radio-friendly sound of its era and brought him international recognition. Released during a time when pop and R&B were blending with sophisticated production and crossover appeal, "Sittin' in the Lap of Luxury" became his signature recording, showcasing his expressive delivery and melodic sensibility. The song helped secure his place within the vibrant landscape of early 1990s contemporary pop music. Although his time in the mainstream spotlight was relatively brief, Louie Louie remained remembered by fans of the era for the distinctive charm of his voice and the lasting appeal of his best-known hit, which continues to evoke the atmosphere of its time. Louie Louie leaves behind a legacy tied to one of the memorable pop-soul crossover moments of the early 1990s. A voice associated with a song that still resonates with listeners who experienced that musical period. Crofts, singer, multi-instrumentalist, member of Seals and Crofts. August 14, 1938 to March 25, 2026. Was an American singer and multi-instrumentalist best known as one half of the soft rock duo Seals and Crofts, whose warm harmonies and uplifting songwriting helped define the gentle sound of early 1970s pop radio. Together with longtime musical partner Jim Seals, Crofts contributed to a string of memorable hits including "Summer Breeze, Diamond Girl," and "Get Closer," songs that blended folk influences, soft rock textures, and spiritual themes into a distinctive and enduring musical identity. His skill as a multi-instrumentalist, particularly on mandolin and keyboards, added depth and character to the duo's signature arrangements. Beyond their chart success, Seals and Crofts became known for music that reflected optimism, harmony, and thoughtful reflection, resonating with listeners seeking a calmer and more introspective sound during a transformative era in popular music. Crofts leaves behind a legacy as one half of one of soft rock's most recognizable voices, an artist whose melodies and musicianship helped create timeless songs that continue to evoke warmth, serenity, and the spirit of the early 1970s. Ross the Boss, guitarist, founding member of Manowar and the Dictators. January 3, 1954 to March 26, 2026. Was an American guitarist best known as a founding member of Manowar and the Dictators, two influential bands that helped shape both the early punk rock scene and the rise of epic heavy metal. Beginning his career with the Dictators in the 1970s, Ross the Boss helped pioneer a raw, energetic sound that bridged proto-punk attitude with classic rock influences, laying groundwork for future generations of punk and hard rock musicians. His aggressive yet melodic guitar style became a defining element of the band's identity. In the early 1980s, he co-founded Manowar, where his powerful riffs and heroic-styled guitar work helped establish the group as one of the most recognizable names in heavy metal. Contributing to landmark albums such as Battle Hymns and Into Glory Ride, he played a central role in shaping the band's signature blend of mythology, intensity, and arena-sized sound. Ross the Boss leaves behind a legacy as a guitarist who stood at the crossroads of punk rebellion and heavy metal grandeur, a musician whose playing helped influence two distinct but equally powerful movements in rock history.
Remember them with joy, let's hear their songs and celebrate their lives. This was a program for Music and Life by Karlos M, created by Rune KM Productions. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment telling us your favorite artist from this episode. You can also donate on my PayPal, musicandlife.km@gmail.com. Your donation is like a friendly invitation for a cup of coffee, a small gesture that shows your appreciation for the work I do. Every contribution, no matter how big or small, makes a difference and helps me continue creating content that I hope you enjoy. Thank you for your support and for being a part of this community. Until next time, a program for Music and Life KM, created by Karlos M, produced by Rune KM Productions. 2026 copyright.